Well, hi, my name is Master 101,
Zero Yeti.
and today we are playing Honey, I Joined a Cult, because, it's time to just live on a commune, you know?
I actually really want to. I kind of want to do, kind of want commune.
That's fair. I, like, the difference between, like, a cult commune and a normal commune, and I'm going, if I see one more primordial soup bean from you, I'm going to kick your ass.
What about my ass would have stayed primordial soup? I knew there was gonna be days like today.
I'm, I'm trying to. It's a real bruh moment right now, Chris. Anyway, so Chris, what's the word?
I want to live in commune. Yeah,
No, I mean, well,
not a cult commune, like a non-religious commune.
obviously.
Um, I've actually thought about like moving to a place like the Yukon, where there's a fairly wide expanse of land, and then assembling a group of like people
Uh-huh.
uh, and starting like our like town
Mm-hmm.
uh, in the middle of wilderness and like try and live in a resource-based society as opposed to a monetary-based society, which we currently live in under
Right.
in capitalism.
Well,
It's why like I keep talking about like LGBTopia, the idea of like you make your gays only nation.
well,
Uh,
so what I was going to bring up is, so I know that you like zoo simulator stuff. I'm more of like a person manager simulator, I think. Like I guess you're a roller coaster tycoon. You're like of that nature, you know? Am I
yeah.
making any sense? But yeah, all these people are doing shit. My little cult is Egyptian based because
Why not? Every cult tries to Jesus or some shit. It's like interesting to mix it up.
well, like it's what's there's always like a yeah, it is. Cults are a little weird because a lot of cults, if you think about it, aren't they Jesus based? Like, did it like I know who are the people like that poison themselves with the Kool-Aid?
Oh, you're making like,
You know who I'm talking about. Like they were like star based.
yeah, one sec. Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid cultists.
Jamestown.
Jamestown. Yeah, they weren't Jesus based. They were what's the word?
They were the uh, People's Temple movement.
Yeah, they was it like they believed in the second coming of Christ was coming with a comet, or did they believe that they would be reborn on the comet?
One second. It was led by Jim Jones.
Oh, sweet.
It was in Jonestown, Guyana, 1978. Huh.
oh shit. None of you guys really have the skills that pay the bills for this, do you? Oh no. Well, let's see what happens. I could either do very good or very poorly. You're not ready to join. You're not ready to join. You're definitely not ready to join.
Sorry.
It's alright.
The cooler was laced with potassium. Some were forced to drink it. Others chose to drink it knowing it would kill them, and others drank it without knowing it would kill them.
Oh no. I'm sorry, singing about cabbage, what are you two doing?
Cabbage.
The mission status the mission status bar is very funny sometimes because it's like he's watching you and it's like, what the fuck, where did that come from?
Do you know about the Venus Project?
I do not. What is the Venus Project?
Okay. So the Venus Project is an idea of source-based economy rather than monetary-based economy. But I thought that the Venus Project was actually really interesting. It was founded by like Jacques Fresco and Roxanne Meadows. And it's the idea of sort of trying to revolutionize or change how humans live in modern day to be more to be more like sustainable and better overall for you don't. Its goal is also try to eliminate poverty, because you're eliminating monetary values and also the economic systems in place that make the rich rich and keep the poor poor. Economic inequality, because you're removing that. The general idea is that the community operates as trying to be as close and like living in harmony as nature our current understanding will allow. Also, living in smaller communities, incredibly in the hundreds of thousands, like in less than that amount, because it also plays with the idea of humans can only like in our like humans can really only recognize faces like permanently.
Interesting.
Because we're just not hardwired to live in the mass populations that we do now. Because like in the like we've jumped a lot and progressed a lot in the past like 20,000 years, technology wise, and like how socially, but biologically we're still much the same as we were 20,000 years ago. Because like we've jumped faster than our evolutionary heart can keep up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
Like we're trying to do Windows 11. We're trying to do like Windows 11 on like one of those box computers from the 90s. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I 100% understand what you are meaning when you talk about that. Yeah, it's wild to think. I think I like we do be like moving forward further than we should be, because I think I remembered like reading an article that's like that's like oh hey, the future of solid state drives, you're probably going to need a fan to make sure they stay cool. And it's like, why would my storage device for my computer need to stay cool? I understand how computers work and all that shit, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
I do not consent to that reality. I would like to substitute my own, thank you.
But in general, like, the Venus Project is an idea for a city built using technology to work with both renewable technology and nature to try and preserve nature around it by minimizing human impact, but also minimizing human suffering in the same process, because you don't need to okay, the money's not an issue. Money is not an issue. You be clothed, fed, and housed. Like, so long as like the overall community, so long as like the community is stable and like isn't like falling to ruin because like for a natural disaster shit happens. Every resident is closed, housed. Um, most of the stuff would be automated, not all of it, but like
I think I know what you're talking about.
you're on an assembly line and you're making a tube of toothpaste, and your job is to put the caps on the toothpaste. That's all be automated. Now you might have people who like repair things or like repair stuff in the greenhouse, or like figure out where things should be planted, or like if you there's certain jobs that will never be, and people fill those jobs. And like there isn't like this isn't a thing where it's a society where no one ever works. It's a society where you're free to work where you want, and you're free to do what you want to do. There's no busy work. There's no menial work. There's menial work in the sense like you gotta like repair things, and some things like aren't automated, or like you gotta like help shovel gravel to get the machine to be able to go down this ramp or something. But there's no like retail jobs.
Right.
It's none of the grunt. And I'm not saying like grunt work is bad. Sometimes grunt work is necessary, but like I'm talking like, but even if like the work you do, you are well rewarded for doing so, just not in like a monetary value. Yeah, I shovel gravel the side of the road to like repair the road so that everyone can keep using the road. And because everyone can keep using the road, that means they can do the other things like fixing the turbine when it works, harvesting the apples from the orchard. So then I can have apple water.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
No, I get it.
It's that kind of. And as a person who like I am into green anarchism a lot. I used to be anarcho-pragmatist, but I differ from a lot of other anarchists. The viewpoint of I don't think we should do a genocide.
Genocide.
Because they advocate for reducing the population of the world. Humans should. A lot of anarcho-pragmatists, and this is I'm probably gonna get shit for this, but a lot of anarcho-pragmatists that I've talked to believe that we need to we need to stop breeding and start leaving. And I used to say shit. And it's like, and then I learned it's like, no, they're advocating for literally killing. They're advocating for literally killing people, just politicians,
Yeah, that
not
doesn't
just
sound fun.
billionaires.
That
And it's like,
they seem
no,
they sound like the
like,
type of people who, like, when Corona happened, they're like, yes, this is exactly like
it's like this is nature's response to, yeah,
yeah, no,
like this is way of nature regulating shit.
that's creepy and
No,
gross.
because I firmly believe that, like, yes, so the Earth cannot support humanity at its current state, but through ideas like the Venus Project, our current state of over capitalism doesn't have to be the way we exist.
Uh-huh.
If that makes any sense. Like, we can change how we live and not have to kill people
Mhm.
to maintain a stable world.
Yeah, we could
Which is in many
cohabitate.
ways sort of what, like, the Venus Project is doing. You'll see a lot of, like, there's a couple actual Venus projects in existence.
Uh-huh.
Um, but there's also a bunch of concept arts for, like, Venus projects on the ocean. It's like circular cities that are on the ocean and they, like, harvest seaweed and stuff, and in, like, underground and, like, deserts where you just have, like, it's an underground city, and so that's like, because you're in a desert, so you don't have to deal with, like, the heat of the sun baking you alive because you're underground. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
Um, that also reminds me that I'm thinking of the fucking name of Earth ships. That's the name. Earth ships are a thing where they use trash and, like, tires and pop bottles and stuff, like non-traditional building materials, and they recycle them into building materials directly by, like, incorporating. So, like, you grind the glass and the sand. Use the sand to fill tires, and then you pack the tires, and now you have a thermal made out of what was bottles and tires. But now it's like a wall for your house that's, like, insulated against the elements because it's tightly packed sand and rubber to hold it in place.
Hmm.
And then, like, other things like using old pipes as drainage, using uh, other things like you can like using old pop bottles to make metal struts to, like, support things. But, like, their ships are built with the idea trying to use as little electricity as possible.
Uh-huh.
So everything's a continuous, like, recycle. So, like, a lot of Earth ships have gardening, and you use the water sink,
Uh-huh.
uh, and you can use it, like, so here's an idea, like, you get water from your sink, a glass of water, and you drink it. Later on, you go to the toilet and you pee in the toilet. Well, that doesn't go to a septic tank. That goes into your garden, and then it waters your plants.
No,
And
pea
then, like,
plants.
that also, like, because the water cycle goes in the atmosphere, and then you have, like, they're not scrubbers, they're like vents or something that can then capture some of the water in your air in your home and then filter that and then put it back into your sink to drink again. Now, it's not a perfect system, obviously. You refill some of your water tanks, like, maybe sometimes get electricity from other sources besides just, like, the wind turbines and the geothermal stuff
Uh-huh.
and the solar panels that you have on your home. The idea is you use as little outside resources as possible going. Like, I remember watching a video and one person was talking about her Earthship. She's like, "Yeah, I haven't had to buy water. Like, I haven't had to pay for water." I don't pay for electricity, like that kind of thing. It's like I haven't had to like buy. It's like and now granted I live by myself, but for just me and my dogs. But I haven't had to like get new water, and I live in a desert. So, like, because I am just able to keep recycling this. Or like, and then there's people who live in the mountains. Like, there's like a big family, like 6 or so. I'm like, yeah, we live in the mountains, but we don't buy water, even though there's like 6 of us. Instead, during winter, we capture the snow. We store it in containers, and then through our recycling systems, we can just use that the rest of the year.
Hmm.
So ideas like that. I feel like I've gotten way top citing facts.
Yeah, so you have spent a good, like, 21 minutes talking about this.
Okay, rapid fire. And I can do, like, if people request it for in-depth dives to this. But
Ghost, I swear to God. Sorry, my cat was like, oh, is this for me?
fireflies, also known as lightning bugs, moon beetles, live for only 2 months,
Oh
typically.
no.
In 1993, well, they live for only 2 months as like adult insects. They're those long.
I can still be sad about it, damn it.
In 1993, Burger King briefly offered table service during dining hours. They offered popcorn as a table appetizer.
Just to throw it off a little bit, I picked up a shift today for Bath and Body Works because my managers wanted me to be there because the regional manager was coming in, and they wanted to show me off, and in the end the regional manager did not show up because the plane was getting blown around and shit. Anyway, one of my managers was like, yeah, one time when she came by, I was like doing a lotion demo for this one lady where I was basically massaging her hand, and I stopped her right there. I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what I'm never going to do. No matter how much you pay me, if they want a lotion demo, I'll be more than glad to pump the lotion into their hand. But it is their job to rub their own hand. That's the tangent I wanted to get off on. My apologies. Okay, shut the fuck up. Anyway, continue with your facts.
Nazi Germany operated jet-powered bombers and were the last of the Luftwaffe planes to fly over the UK. 100% of Finnish POWs captured by the War. Bananas are curved upwards because they're relatively geometric. They curve upwards to break through the banana leaf canopy and reach sunlight.
Ooh, fancy.
McDonald's mascot Grimace is supposed to represent a taste bud and was originally called Evil Grimace and was scaly, had 4 arms, and stole milkshakes.
Oh, wait, taste bud?
Yeah, he's supposed to represent a taste bud.
Okay, I heard he was supposed to be like the essence of a milkshake.
I thought he was just purple.
Yeah, and there was like a commercial where he like has a bunch of. He also had like a shit ton of hands in like the older things.
Have you seen that fucking?
Read the. I'm sorry, guys.
Have you seen that fucking picture where it's like it's a little meme video where the person's like, "So we fucked up. We accidentally killed Grimace. We think he's actually classified as livestock. So enjoy the McRimus. Come for a limited time."
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
That's these purple patties. Korea has a she-bear foundation where a god ordered a tiger and a bear to stay in a cave and eat only garlic and mugwort for 100 days. The tiger failed, but the bear persisted and transformed. The she-bear married the god's son and gave birth to the founder of this Korean kingdom. It's a weird story.
Yeah, it's a very weird story.
The astronomer Carl Sagan was a longtime cannabis user, writing an entire essay extolling its benefits, including for sex and orgasm.
Ah, I see. The reverse. The reverse. What's his? Reverse Kellogg.
Ray Charles his final film role was a guest star in Blue's Clues, big musical movie. Prior to his death 4 years later in 2000,
Aww.
followers of the Yazidi religion, as it was thought, when a 13th century Yazidi saint was executed, the crowd pelted him with heads of
I'm sorry. Heads of what?
lettuce.
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 Gotta get that green
Well,
somehow. Am I right?
as always, take care of our guys, gals, and our binary pal.
And
Why?
yeah. Goodbye, everybody.